Day 2 of Florida State football practice in the books, Thursday evening on the Osceola's YouTube channel. Thank you for watching. Osceola publisher Jerry Cutts. I'm editor Bob Ferranti. Kurt Weiler will have full written observations from the staff on the Osceola.com. Again, check that out. You can only get it if you're a subscriber. You can subscribe anytime. Now is a great time. March Madness, women's basketball, but also football recruiting, lots of good stuff on the Osceola.com. Okay, Jerry, day 2. Let's talk a little bit about your standouts. Maybe, how about a guy on offense, a guy on defense? Who's standing out to you so far?
Well, at this point in spring, the thing that stands out to me is the overall pace of the practice.
Mike said it was better today.
Better today.
Yeah.
From first day to second day, marked improvement, and it wasn't bad the first day. But you can tell that the guys are more comfortable with the pace, the tempo, and it got competitive today. You know, there was some interceptions, pick sixes, where Mike sprinted to the end zone and celebrated with the defense, and it was a lot of fun. And that's what practice and the great teams in the 90s, that's what they had. They came out to practice, it wasn't drudgery, it was fun. And the players today were really competing and having fun.
It has sped up a lot since 2020. We remember the coaches were basically pulling players along. So again, it's kind of a neat perspective what we've seen each year. It seems to be getting a little bit faster, players a little bit more comfortable, player-led practices in a lot of regards. Even though there's a lot of new faces, you feel like there's a lot of leadership out there across the board.
You see a lot of that. You'll see the older players coaching up the younger players. I even saw today defensive players helping an offensive player with something. And you know, that's when you got a team. You know? They want to win the practice, but they know they're here to get better. And so trying to help each other become a better team. And that was impressive to me. My second observation would be that there is a lot of depth of talent on this team. I mean, when you watch the offensive line segment work, there's just a lot of people that you could say that kid is either going to start this year, but boy, is he going to be something next year or the year after. Right? So the recruiting is starting to show up in terms of the quality of the players that we're observing compared to 2 years ago.
We were struggling to count to 8, and that was the desired number. We're like, well, maybe he's 7, and maybe he's 8. We're way past 8. I mean, we're...
Oh, yeah. You see a kid like Lucas Simmons that last year was a 6'8", true freshman, kind of getting through the practices, trying to learn. And now this year, he's 6'8", but he's developed a lower base, and he's physically different.
Jalen Early, too.
Jalen Early.
Yeah.
I think they took some weight off Jalen, that they're going to build back the right way. And I can see Jalen, who's probably lighter by 15 pounds than he was last year. But he'll gain that 15 pounds back, but it'll be the right way. We always talk about that, but we're observing it now.
I think some of these practices it's very early. It's more quarterback, receiver, DB. We'll see the boys in the trenches as the pads come on.
Yeah.
Early returns on receivers. Jalen Lucas is fast. Destin Hill is very quick. DJ hit him on a bomb today. DJ almost just kind of flicks it.
Yeah.
And it just goes. Now when he misses, he misses. It's maybe more of a timing and rhythm type of thing. Not a huge worry. It's day 2. Let's see out. That's a storyline to watch. Receivers, DBs. Brady Vance had a pick today. He jumped a route.
I think Hussey had one too, didn't he?
Hussey seems to, takeaways are his thing.
Yeah, every practice.
Takeaways are his thing.
Hussey's, and KJ Kirkland jumped the route. Turned into a deflection at the line of scrimmage, but he came, he recognized the play early, came up there and made a heck of a play. And we can name a lot of people. The defense, I thought, again, won the day. Maybe not as clearly as yesterday, but there is so much depth of skilled players in that secondary. I started to see the linebacker transferred from Alabama.
Sean Murphy.
Sean
Right.
Murphy. He made a play today against Little Lucas at the line of scrimmage for no gain. So there's a linebacker in coverage on a quick guy, and so that was encouraging to see from a position of need linebacker. So that to me that was encouraging, and we saw flashes from Marvin Jones. So also good to see. But it's not that anybody's particularly standing out. There's a lot of guys who are standing out, and so I think that's the most encouraging thing this early in the spring.
It's good competition. We've seen a lot of the Seminoles come back. We're going to be competing in Pro Day. They're all here to encourage and watch our position groups. Jordan Travis was here. We've kind of heard in the last 2 days of these interviews, guys are asked about their position group and what the position looks like moving forward. I think it's been an overwhelming positive. They're biased, of course, but they like what they've seen from the younger guys in the group and from the veterans too. So it'd be good to see Friday's Pro Day, who works out, how many NFL scouts are here. We get to see those workouts. Jerry, one interesting conversation. We had a lot of interviews tonight after practice. Mike Norvell, Tony Tokarz, quarterbacks DJ Uiagalelei, and Brock Glenn.
Let me just interject there.
Yes.
Watch the video with DJ.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the interview I did with him, I asked him to pronounce his name for us so that we can all the fans want to know. They want to call him by his real name, not just DJU. So that was a little fun at the end of that interview.
So there's good interviews on our Osceola YouTube channel. Check those out. They'll also be on the Osceola.com. You can watch those. One quick thing before we head out. I want to talk to the coaches about the helmet to quarterback communication. That's going to be a new storyline this fall. It's starting to be broken in these spring practices. We asked Tony Tokarz about it. I think they're kind of dipping their toes into the water, so to speak. But when I asked, hey, you've got a scrimmage a week from tonight, Thursday, are you going to be using it? Absolutely. So they're going to be jumping in. The quarterbacks are getting acclimated to it because it's new to them too. But this is kind of a neat feature. I'm curious. I've wanted this for a long time because I think it can help the development of a younger quarterback. It can help a DJ Uiagalelei who's going to be maybe in the NFL next year, and he's going to have that headset. College football's been a little bit behind, but happy to see that this is coming.
I'm glad you did that interview. I'd like to. I'll watch that as soon as I get on.
It's, and I think all the quarterbacks talked about it too. So it's not just Tony. It's a lot of different voices. I think this is neat because you are processing a lot at the line of scrimmage as a young quarterback, while Tony Tokarz is in your ear, and there's a lot going on there all at once.
Oh, yeah.
But it is great to have this in the spring to get the kinks worked out, and I think it would be cool to talk to those coaches after next Thursday too. Okay, what was the first step like, and then let's compare it to.
They're going to have to learn how to use it.
Yeah, it's.
I mean, you can give a kid too much, right?
I think they're trying to figure out how do you portion out. And it's a different portion for a Luke Kromenhoek, different portion for a DJ Uiagalelei, different for a Brock Glenn. But they're all in different stages of development, but I think these coaches respect where they're at too, as far as everything going on. All right, well again, thanks for watching. We'll kind of do these as often as we can after practices. We're day 2 in the books on the Osceola.com. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy these, hit the like or subscribe button on our YouTube channel. We appreciate that very much. Helps us grow our channel. And see us again Saturday. We'll be here. It could be rainy, but a big Saturday for Florida State football, as it will be practice number 3. It's a big recruiting weekend. A lot of alumni back to interact with prospects. So that's a big thing that Mike Norvell has brought on. Of course, if you remember last year, Jermaine Johnson, he had his stone in front of the Moore Athletic Center unveiled. It was a really nice ceremony. Jermaine was touched by it. I think it's great that he has connected the alumni to the current team, to the prospects. That's a really neat storyline I think Mike Norvell has done. But again, thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.